impress upon you guys is this is a meritocracy here, and literally anybody, if you pay attention to the people on my team, will be able to earn well over six figures yourself personally inside your first year of working with us. And there's absolutely no cap on your earnings potential or your personal and professional development. So one of the big things that we do with our team is improvement. Okay, so our core values spell out impact. Okay, so we've got improvement, movement, performance, agility, the Clique, and then truth. Okay, and so when I think about any of you joining our team today, you're going to be at the very first step towards living out our first core value of improvement. So we do things like book clubs. Okay, we read together, we study together, we do personal and professional development together every Wednesday. And even though COVID is kind of throwing a wrench in everybody's goddamn plan, like had this not been a fucking full widespread Fourth Reich shutdown of the country, we would be together right now, probably doing a wicked breakfast and fireworks and fucking popping Dom, because this is the coolest thing that's ever happened. We went from Matt McKeever and Dylan and Adam in a grimy, shitty house apartment of Matt's, to legit having, there's 16 people on this call, right? Like 16 people joined the Zoom, and inside the houses, there's another 5 there. So that means we're at like 21 people right now sitting here, preparing to go out and crush the day and crush the year on wholesaling real estate in Canada. This was impossible 3 years ago. And yet we've been able to build such a solid foundation now that I even know I'm guaranteeing the success of everybody on this team, so long as we continue to live out these core values. So improvement's the first one. Every day we strive to do something better. Okay, whether that's getting better on the calls. So if you're getting inbound calls, things that we track, we have lead measures for all of these things, right? And this is how we actually empirically know whether or not we're improving, is we measure it. And what gets measured gets done. Okay, so we track our conversions. How many inbound calls are you getting from how many flyers that you sent? Okay, so we want to be tracking, are we sending more flyers every month? Because that's an improvement. From those flyers, what kind of callback are we getting? And from that callback, how many conversions are we getting where we actually get to go do a walkthrough? And from those walkthroughs, how many offers are we able to do? And from those offers, how many get accepted? And from those that get accepted, how many get assigned? And then that leads us to our ultimate lag measure of how much money was made. Okay, and we'll talk about that with performance. But at every step, each one of those things is in our control. Okay, so what we like to focus on with our team is obviously problems or profits. Okay, you're gonna see me with that on every day. One piece of me has that guaranteed, and the reason for that is a constant reminder that there's no excuses, right? Your excuses have no place here. Really what there is there's challenges, and there's always an opportunity there. And where you find opportunity in a challenge, you can often find a profit. And that's what we really focus on here with our team, is improving yourself so that maybe you didn't know that objection. Maybe it was the first time you got the spousal objection on a wholesale deal. Well, what did you do with that? What opportunities did you take to workshop that with our existing team? What opportunities did you take to actually play that out in a bit of a scenario? You guys now, each one of you has a buddy from my team. And the reason for that is I really trust these guys to be absolute experts in each objection, okay? In how to take a call, in how to perform a walkthrough, in how to organize all the information so that downstream, we can have a smooth process from getting that lead to getting it closed and actually getting you paid. And that's one of the things that's becoming very clear here when we're doing 2 deals in a row that are same day assignments with no paperwork hangups, right? Like we've got the system and it works very, very well. Okay, so trust us when I say that we have one of the best processes in the world for wholesaling real estate. And I guarantee you it's one of the most solid here in Canada. And we know that it works because we were able to do 57 deals last year with this process. And that net us, okay, $1.6 million in fees. Okay, that's unheard of in our space. And this year, I think we're going to, at the very least, do a 4X of that. And I'm thinking we can maybe do 5. And with this Niagara Falls team too, if you guys continue to come on here for your improvement and for your professional development, we're going to do well more than 4 or 5 times what we did last year. So I'm assuring you right now, improvement is one of the most important of our core values because it's how we become better people. And when we looked at hiring each one of you guys to join our team, the way that we are all framing it up and the way that we see it as our existing team at Make It So is I want to build my future business partners. Okay. You guys are not employees. You guys are future business partners. And with that comes with a lot of professional development and training and all those things. Like I want to impart upon you the skills, resources, knowledge, network, everything that I have to be able to have a business with you in the future. That's my ultimate goal. I know Matt is very much on that same path too of building businesses. And again, Rebecca's my example is if you come and you really own this culture, you really show up, like be there extra. There's opportunities for all of this stuff. And so my existing team currently has a target of $250,000 cash in the bank. And then they can bring a business proposal to us. And we're also going to be rolling out a real life MBA program that will essentially teach everybody the workings of business, right? So you've got operations management, you've got logistics, you've got supply chain, you've got marketing and sales, you've got accounting, right? And finance. All of these little legs of the stool need to be taught. And that's something that we're going to actively be working on this year with all of our people. And I think it's very important that everybody embraces that on my team because, again, I don't want some salesperson. I think one of the biggest challenges with a lot of the businesses out there are they've got this huge churn and burn, right? Because people go in, maybe they sell alarm systems one week and then they're selling door to door for Reliance and hot water tanks. And then they're working for Bell Canada and then they're working for Rogers and then they're fucking dying on their grandma's couch. And I'm just not interested in that. I want superior beings. I want people that are working on their health. Okay. One of the culture things that you're going to notice when you go to our mansion, if all of you ever get there, is we've got a gym in the basement. Okay. These guys are fucking psychos. They bought a whole gym for the basement and then they just got a sauna for the freaking basement because it probably boosts your testosterone or something. These guys are animals. Okay. We're reading, we're working out, we're eating healthy. Okay. You're going to notice something when you come to our team. Everybody is working on getting better in every area of their life: communications, relationships, health, okay? And then obviously business. And that's very important to me is all of you need to be in that same mindset. And anybody that violates any of those is going to immediately be off of our team. So I think it's very important to impress upon everybody that we're going to move forward as a unit. And for my new guys, I'm so fucking excited for you guys to embrace our culture because I think it is truly one of the most unique in the world. We live together, we eat together, we read together, we work out together, we do fun challenges. We do like crazy ass weird Christmas things. Like when the world's back to normal, we're going to do a lot of stuff together and it's going to be a lot of fun. And ultimately, we're all going to grow to a point where we're unstoppable in the business world, not just the real estate world, not just real estate wholesaling, but in the business world. Okay, but the first step is mastering your money and mastering wholesaling. So for my new guys, I expect that you're going to do at least 1 year, maybe 2 years of just putting in the work day after day, consistently getting better at communicating, getting better at handling objections, getting better at converting calls to money, right? Which means making offers and doing walkthroughs. I expect that you're going to get your money right and have $250,000 liquid and come to me with a business idea that you would like to pursue. And that being said, you will have done things like our book club, things like Impact Theory Night with us, getting yourself actually to a point where you are a titan of industry, right? A titan of business who can hold their conversation with anybody. Okay. That's the real, goal for me is to lead you guys to a point where I believe I can bring you to any room and we will be able to hold our own in any conversation. I don't care if it's a venture capitalist talking to us, maybe an investment banker, maybe any legal team. Okay. Because I deal with these guys all the time and they think they're smart, but I know that we're better, right? I know that we can beat them because they don't have the holistic thing down. Okay. You see some guy in a suit, he's fucking overweight and he's slurring his words and you can tell he's got a Diet Coke he's just waiting to get at. I just know that we can be better than that and know everything that he knows as a hobby, right? As a hobby, I want you to know more than he knows about his own goddamn industry. That's what I'm currently doing with lawyers, right? I inform lawyers all the time how it is. And you don't get there without doing a lot of business first and then having the confidence to really assert yourself when you know that you're right. And we're going to give you that confidence if you just stick with us over time and push through these first few months, because those months are hard. Okay. You're going to have doubt. You're going to have negative self-talk. You're going to have anxiety. You might even get depressed. Okay. You're going to have to fire a lot of your friends. Okay. One of the biggest things about us is managing your five. Okay. Who are the five people you spend the most time with and who's actually influencing you? If you're smart and just joining my team, you're going to make sure that your five are all on this call. Okay. These are the people that you're going to be spending the most time with because you need to be thinking and acting like them. Now that opens us up to one big challenge and one big pitfall of how we've set up our culture, which is groupthink. Okay. This cannot turn into some fucking union like Google just had. Google just had a union form, a labor union. That is the death of that company. I guarantee you, Google is about to lose market share, productivity, efficacy, and fucking its future just got destroyed because these people want to say no to innovation, say no to agility, say no to actually doing what that company's trying to accomplish, which is fucking world domination, and all the power to them. Okay, that brings me to our next core value, which is a movement. Okay, a movement is more than just a business. We want to change the way people think about money. We want to change the way people think about real estate, about financial independence, okay, about wholesaling. We want to actually make ripples in this industry. One of the only ways that we can do that is if we all move together as a unit, and there's safety in numbers. Okay, there's safety in numbers because if all of us have our money right, there's nothing that can stop us. If we're all living out the rest of our core values as well, there's nobody that should want to stop us. Okay, because we're going to be doing the best business we can for long-term success. Okay, so a movement just means that we're literally doing this for more than business. Every single day you go and wholesale a deal, you are helping at least a dozen people with their livelihood. Okay, the person that sold you their house, that's not the person that you're directly affecting them, but it goes way further than that. And it goes further than the investor because every single transaction involves a lawyer. Okay, it will involve a bookkeeper or an accountant at some point. It involves taxes changing hands. It involves contractors, right? Almost everybody that buys our deals is doing a BRRRR or a flip. Okay, what does that mean? That means there's an appraisal, potentially an inspection. There's an electrician, a plumber, a flooring person, a tile person, a fucking mudding and taping guy, a drywall, right? Painters. There's everybody is benefiting when we do more business. And so you literally have a moral and ethical obligation to do more business to support your community. Okay. And at the same time, we're also increasing and improving the quality of the housing that's out there available for people to enjoy. So we are literally affecting how people's lives and environments work. And I just want you guys to know that there will be times that you're challenged on that, and that's fine. Okay. Smile and dial. Agree with them. I agree with you. The world sucks. I agree with you. There are people out there trying to take advantage of other people. That's absolutely true. I was just in Scotiabank 2 days ago, and some old lady was getting scammed over some Bitcoin thing. She had sent thousands of dollars already, and it was a big fraud thing that they were opening up in front of me. I was like, shit, you know what? There are criminals out there. There are people trying to take advantage of people. That's not what we do here. Okay, what we do here is we provide value to our community. And the way that we're able to do that is by listening to our sellers and satisfying their why when we can. Okay, what made you call me today? Right? Getting out that information. So why did you call me? Why did you call me today? I understand that you want to sell your property, but what happened? What led you to making that decision? And then helping them get to that goal, right? Maybe it's job loss. Maybe they're moving. Maybe they're downsizing. Maybe they want to put the kids through school. So they're downsizing, but need a chunk of change. Awesome. Let's get you that. And let's find a way in the price or the terms that we can make both of us win. Okay, that's what we do here. So that's a movement. The third core value is performance. And this is very important to us. Okay. Performance will always be one of the focal points of this business because we are a business. Okay. We absolutely require performance from you guys. We absolutely require revenue. Otherwise, the dream dies. And I think if you really grasp what I was just talking about in the movement and affecting your community, you know that we need to exist to be able to contribute to that many people. Okay. We did, again, 57 transactions last year. That's 57 deals that are going to get done that are going to either be bird or flipped. That is a lot of money changing hands, and going through our economy. Okay. That's, I think we signed approximately $20 million of volume. And so that's literally $20 million that's changing hands, but then all of the renovations that come after that. So say there's only an average maybe of 50 or 60 grand in renos after that point. That's 57 times 50,000. Okay. That is a ton of money getting injected and circulated through our economy. And that honestly is one of the things that keeps Canada moving in times like this. So it's important that we stay alive. And one of the other things to note about performance is there's going to be a lot of people dying right now in their business world. Okay. A lot of people are going to be sitting, resting on their laurels and not really taking this opportunity to grow their business. We have almost doubled our business since COVID started because we started taking it seriously after that first little slump in March when we're like, oh shit, we don't know if the world's ending. The world's not ending. But for some people, it appears to be, and that's fine. Okay. We want to let the fact get cut out of our society. The people that don't want to perform and don't want to work, they're going to fall by the wayside. And unfortunately, they're going to lose their livelihoods. It's not going to happen to us because we're smarter than that. We're better than that. We're going to show up every day consistently, and we're going to measure those things that lead us to our goals and get us success. Okay. What that looks like: offers, walkthroughs, getting flyers sent out and actually generating those leads. If you don't have flyers out and you're not prepared to generate those leads in that way yet, it's doing what the Niagara guys are doing right now and calling until your goddamn ear hurts from holding the phone. Okay. You literally need to generate as many leads as possible. And inside there, there's guaranteed money. That's what we've seen the last few days. You get a deal, it gets assigned. That's what we do best. Okay. We've got thousands of people on our buyers list and they're all hungry. And all we need to do is stoke the fire. Okay. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to. The next core value is agility. Okay. And agility means moving fast and breaking things. We've broken a lot of things, and that's totally fine, because it's got us to where we're at today, with a 7-figure business, right? And this year we're working on getting that to 8 figures. But agility, we have a process now that works extremely well. So while I want to encourage everybody to move fast and break things, I also want to encourage you to follow the process that we know works already. These are fundamentals of war. Okay. They are the fundamentals of our business and of how this strategy itself works. And so we shouldn't really challenge the fundamental process, but if you have improvements to the process, by all means, we want to hear about them. Okay, so agility means moving fast and breaking things while following our process. And then when we couple that with performance and improvement, we can now understand at what point is it going to be beneficial for us to try something new and for us to really try and explore alternative ways of doing business, because we're always open to that. There's certain things that should never be violated. We should always make offers. We should always do walkthroughs. We should, generally speaking, try our very best to make offer presentations in person. Okay, these are the things that are going to definitely get us more business, but that doesn't mean there's not ways to innovate and adapt our methodology to be able to do it faster or more effectively, and resulting in more fees or a greater long-term succession plan. Okay, so always come to us with ideas if you want to change the process or you want to even just get more clarity as to why it is we do what we do. Okay, and again, on Monday or Wednesday, we're going to do the what we do and what we don't do talk. And I think that would be very enlightening for everybody that's just joining the team to really understand why it is that we focus so much of our attention on offers, walkthroughs, flyers, and offer presentations. Okay, it's core to our essence, and I will share exactly why that is with you, because some of you probably joined our team or thought you were joining our team with the aspiration of investing in a house hack or a burr or a flip. I'm going to tell you on Monday or Wednesday. Let me decide what day that will be, but I'm going to tell you why that's probably not a great plan when you have the tools that we have. They're both great strategies, but I can show you 100% why it's not a great idea for us. Okay. And trust me, you can make the decision on your own, but I promise you, I will be extraordinarily convincing about that fact. You can just ask our existing team. Finally, we've got the Clique. Okay. You guys are not yet part of the Clique. You will be. Okay. But you have to first show us that you can do everything else that we just talked about. We need ownership. We need the core values to be lived out. We need you guys to improve yourselves and really commit to this ecosystem before you can consider yourself one of the Clique. You're going to train with us. You're going to shadow us. You're going to learn from us. You're going to learn to be like us. And one day you will be in the inner circle. But for now, for at least for the next 3 to 4 weeks, we're going to really test you. We're going to push you. How much volume can you actually do if we set you up with a task? If it's cold calls, how many will you do? And will you do it not once, but 100 times, right? Will you do it 100 times every day? Now that you did 100, will you do 200? Okay. And if this wasn't COVID, trust me, I'd be having all of you out there door knocking hundreds of doors a day as well, because it's an extremely efficient and effective process. And it's really one of the things that we've always loved to do here, which is scaling the unscalable. Okay. Nobody else is willing to go out and door knock hundreds or thousands of doors, but it is truly one of the strategies that works. And it gives you a great understanding of your city and your neighborhoods and generally how people are in your city. You need to know who these people are to be able to interact with them. But the Clique is something very near and dear to Matt, myself, and everybody else on the core team, because we're literally a family. Like, joining the Clique means that you're doing business with us as a family for life. Like, that's what it is. You guys will succeed and we will empower you to succeed. And then we will branch off and give you opportunities to push yourself far out of your comfort zone. Okay. I took over Make It So. Well, we created Make It So last year. Okay. And until then, Matt was running the company and I said, hey man, I'm fucking ready to go. Let me buy this thing. Let me run this thing and let's see what we can do differently. Okay. And through that and through some fucking awesome hires and some ridiculous drive and commitment to our team from our team, we were able to go from like $10,000, $20,000 a month to $200,000 to $300,000 every month. Okay. And so this now is one of my babies. Like, I fucking love this company, but it pushes and challenges me every day. I've never had to lead people. I don't know how to lead people, but every fucking day I listen to an hour of leadership training and I try and do a bit better every day. And I've probably pissed people off on this call before by just not having the skills. I've probably made wrong decisions in how to communicate with people as a leader, in how to manage people as a leader. Shit, the hiring process today was pretty rough. Fucking Mohammed showed up at his house and there's not a goddamn door handle on the thing. And it's apparently been like broken and entered into. So we're off to a great start. Okay. So I know what we're doing and I know how to get to where we want to go, but I'm telling you right now, I'm also a work in progress. Okay. So please help me and support the leadership, support your buddy on the existing team by just showing up every day and be ready to be part of the family. Okay. We like to support each other because I don't know what I'm doing. Matt has no clue what he's doing. Nobody on my team knows what they're doing. None of us fucking do. Okay. Again, like Joe Rogan says, we're all just goddamn chimps floating on a fucking rock, hurling through space at 100,000 miles an hour. Nobody knows. We're all trying to get better though. We're all trying to work on it. And as a Clique together, again, safety in numbers, we're going to be able to do some extraordinary things that we otherwise could never do. But what that means is making certain sacrifices. Okay. The people on the inside team, the people that are really going to go the distance are going to be with us, not next year, but in 10 years, 20 years. Okay. And we will have made certain sacrifices that other people aren't willing to make. Okay. If you look around our team, you know, Tyler didn't go home all of last year. And the guy's a family guy. Right now he goes home and he realizes something's a little different. Okay. Different conversations, different quality of conversations. He fucking leaves home early to come back here. Okay. That's how you know we've set something up right. And we've made the right culture here is when you feel as comfortable or more at home as you do with us and sharing those types of things. Okay. Like, you know, in Shahir's thank you and Christmas video to Matt this year, he says, you know what, man, like I was able to share things with you that I've never been able to share with anybody else, even my family. Right. And that's coming from a serious, like family values type of guy. So I just want you to know that we will all eventually get there with each other, but I'm going to need to see some serious effort first, and just know that everybody else here made big sacrifices. Okay. Whether that was quitting a 6-figure job, leaving home for the first time, okay, convincing and like honestly conning your family into letting you do it, Shahir, you know, and for a lot of you guys, the same thing. And like, I know Quentin's new to the team, just left a 6-figure job as well, similar to Tyler. Okay. Similar to Jordan. And myself, actually, when I first thought I was stupid enough to quit my job and join something that didn't even have a foundation yet. So that's the Clique. And then finally, the last core value on our team is truth. Okay. And this core value started out as transparency, but we realized a big distinguishing factor between transparency and truth is transparency is giving an accurate answer when you're asked, and truth is giving the full story without me needing to ask. And by me, I mean the company, the team, the Clique. Okay. Truth is being truthful to yourself. It's being truthful to everybody else on our team, and really living out your life where you're being honest, and you're really taking things from a long-term approach. Okay. Truth means if you fuck something up, just tell us, right? And ideally come to us with a couple solutions for how to fix the thing that you fucked up. Okay. Because again, agility is one of our core values. So when you do things with agility, sometimes you fuck them up. Okay. We've done this a lot of times. We recently had a big fucking flyer issue, but I'm fine with it because guess what? That's agility, man. If we think we can try something new and it works, that's fucking awesome. Okay. When it doesn't work, cool. Let's fucking solve that shit just as fast as how fast we tried the thing. Okay. So truth really just means coming to us. Okay. Because there's going to be situations, and we've run into this into the past. People are going to bribe you. Okay. Our buyers will go around, myself or Rebecca or Matt McKeever, they'll go around us directly to you, and they will try to offer you fees on the side. Okay. They will try to incentivize you in other ways to do deals backdoor and avoid the company split. Okay. Now, while that sounds fascinating, because technically you'll be getting a much larger split on that particular deal, just understand that it will truly eliminate a lot of your long-term success opportunities with this company. Okay. We will, and I promise you this, we will take you further and allow you to grow further and give you permission to grow way further with us as a team, and back you on that venture with our money, with our mentorship, with our resources and networks, than I think any individual can ever go on their own. It's just the truth that if there's 10 people moving forward as a unit and going heavy, how do you compete with that as any one person? Like, unless you've already achieved some sort of heavy influence, like a Bezos or Musk or something like that, there's just no question that 10 elite high performers would be better than one. Okay. So please, at all opportunities, if something like that happens, if there's some shadiness going on, or if there's some shadiness going on in our team, we encourage truth on all fronts, right? Because often people don't notice, or they don't know that they're trying to slight you. Sometimes it's very direct, like a bribe on a fee, but sometimes it's just a bad culture fit, or a bad situation, or a bad piece of leadership, or bad mentorship, or a bad day that leads to that. Okay. It's not always so direct as somebody trying to bribe you. Sometimes it's somebody inside the team. Like, we've had a couple of people that tried joining our team that tried to hurt our culture from the inside out. Those people aren't here today on this call for a very good reason. But it takes balls to come to Matt or myself or your buddy on our existing team and be like, hey, I see this going on, and I don't think it's in line with everything you guys are about. Okay, cool. Let's have a conversation about that. And you should never feel like you can't bring that stuff to light with us. Because honestly, there's no